Good morning, ICS. I'm Jack Espinoza, and it's time to look at your week in Rewind. Last week, students and faculty celebrated Red Ribbon Week by dressing up in different themes during the week that reminded them to stay drug-free. There was an assembly on Monday, and Detective Josh Thorndike came to talk to the students about drugs, how they were used, and why they're dangerous. Right? The winners for the poetry contest were announced. Congratulations to Gracie Peon, Taylor Smalley, and Riley Foster for being the top three.
Is called Among Shadows, and well, I guess.
Now watch me whip, now watch me nay nay. Now watch me whip, whip, watch me nay nay. Now watch me whip, watch me nay nay. Now watch me whip, whip, watch me nay nay. Now watch me, watch me, watch me.
On Thursday, Mr. Austin's yearbook and video broadcasting classes were invited to participate in the Journalism and Media Communications field trip at Boise State University. It offered workshops such as Photoshop basics, InDesign basics, basics in broadcasting, and sports writing. Some of the instructors were members of KBOI, Channel 2 News, and KTVB. Last week, Rock Band performed their first major concert of the year. It took place in the Phoenix Room, and students were encouraged to wear their Halloween costumes. There were performances by Last Minute, the Bubblegum Kids, All-Star Beatniks, and the Mystery Machine. It was definitely the place to meet up and rock out.
Do you want to mess this up?
Yeah.
Just do it quickly.
Wait, just mess it up.
Yeah, I won't look because people feel suspicious when I look at them when they're messing it up.
What the heck? How do you do this? I want to mess this. Okay, hold on. Don't look.
Let's close my eyes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm looking at it. Oh, what am I doing? Not a good thing to say when people are showcasing me.
What, you got it?
Yeah.
What the? I didn't think you were gonna get it.
I can't solve this. Stop mine.
Holden Kennedy is probably going to be laughing at me while I'm doing this.
Why?
Because he knows F2L and I don't. He's probably the only person in the school who's going to understand what that means. But that's okay.
Mr. Bradfield's biology class performed a dissection of sharks last week. They did this lab to learn about the differences between the different types of sharks in the sea. The students were able to have a hands-on activity for a better understanding, and they were looking at the structural differences between similar organisms.
How I felt when I was dissecting it? It was lots of fun cutting it open. It was very interesting because I'd expect him to be a little bit more squishy, but like the spleen and the liver were a little bit more tough than I thought. They were really, really slimy and very weird. But it felt like just like a raw piece of chicken. That's what it felt like. So it was cool. I wouldn't say I like it, but it was really, really fun to see how it was all in there, and the way the shark is made, and how its intestines are all stretched out compared to like humans or all the other things that I've seen, like rather worm and stuff like that.
The dissection. I felt really bad because the person I was with was talking and was making the shark make noises, so I was like, the poor shark is dying and I'm killing it, so yeah.
It's always exciting to do sharks because they're so radically different from what we're normally used to seeing. But they have a lot of the same features that we actually see in the human physiology as well. But the unique things about sharks, we have different kinds of skin. We have a spiral valve in the ileum for digestive purposes. We're differently built for land versus the sea, and they're the best predators in the ocean there is. It's always good to see what their reaction is because it's always interesting, but once they get over the smell, they can explore and see things that they haven't seen before. And now we get to see what's inside a shark and what makes them go, so that's always fun.
How do I feel in one word? I feel murderous. It's great. That's what I feel. It's fun.
Last week, the orchestra members had the Spooky Fall concert. They held the concert in the Phoenix Room during 6th and 7th period on the 30th. They also performed at the Napa Farmers Market on Saturday the 31st. They played traditional scary music and wore costumes.
Welcome to another episode of So Annoying, and this week the question is, what annoys you about social media?
I think that it's annoying when social media is used as a way to bully people without getting caught, and rather than a way to socialize and actually connect with your family and friends.
What annoys me about social media is how people post things 24/7.
The fact that people constantly repost the same exact things.
When people post like what they're eating and pictures of their food and like, I just had this amazing meal, it's like nobody cares what you eat.
Okay, so what I think is so annoying about social media is people hide behind the mask of the computer and don't like do it face to face. Like if they have to say something, they're mean about it, like through social media instead of face to face, and they become wimps.
All those whiny teenagers, because they post things that they're not old enough to post about.
What annoys me about social media is how they post things about other people and it like brings them down.
When my mom gets on, it's weird, and it's weird.
And then she starts commenting. It's so annoying. I like posting.
What's so annoying about social media is how everybody thinks they can't live without it.
A new bulletin board in the high school hallway. It's designed to give recognition to the students at IACS who have shown an extraordinary amount of grit. Mrs. McGrath came up with the idea for the bulletin board at the beginning of the school year. Some students' names were put on the board for not giving up on a problem that was hard for them, and when they didn't give up, teachers had their name on the board.
2 years ago, I read a book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. The book was about how the most successful people in life aren't necessarily people that are really talented or have a specific skill at something. They're people that really work hard, and that working hard is one of those things that in life will help you get far. And so looking at our society, we are not very gritty people. We tend to give up easily, and we wanted to figure out ways that we can encourage our students to work hard and to be more gritty. And so the Grit Board is our way of honoring those kids that stick with it, that have persistence, and that have grit. And so teachers are given green hearts to fill out on students if they see something in class or outside of class that shows persistence, and they fill in their name and why they're gritty. And we hope that this will encourage everyone to be more persistent in their work.
Today's lesson is making the best of the situation. Maybe you're at this school because your parents made you go here. Maybe you're here because you really want to. Whatever the situation is or the reason, make the best of it. Don't be a naysayer. If you want to go to a traditional school, the grass isn't always greener there. There are great things about ICS. There's a great thing about any situation you're in. Always make the best of it, but don't be such a negative Nancy. Don't bring everybody else down just because you disagree with the situation.
Mrs. Brown's dance classes and Mr. Wheeler's fitness classes performed Thriller last Friday after school in downtown Nampa. They dressed up in homemade zombie costumes for their performances, and they've been rehearsing for the event since the beginning of the school year. Yearbook prices go up in just 4 weeks. Pick up an order form from the high school office. Order while you can get it for just $45. And that's all for this week. I'm Jack Espinoza, and you've been watching the Phoenix Rewind.